what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Marriage, Money, and Mindset. We are your hosts. I'm Jared.
And I'm Alexis.
And we are back, episode 15. We are here in Lake Tahoe. We are doing on the go video for y'all. We are here just on vacation, celebrating just, life really. Nothing in particular. We here at Lake Tahoe. We're staying at the Harvey's Hotel and Casino. It's nestled here right in between Bally's, I believe a Hard Rock, Harrah's, kind of centrally located amongst.
It's right on the border of California and Nevada.
Yeah, exactly. We have a view of the lake, Lake Tahoe, and not too much snow right now, but still got a little bit on top of the mountains. But it's been a good time so far, guys. We've been out here for the last 2 or 3 days, I believe. And we got a couple more days left. We've been out here with some other family members enjoying, their time as well. Been some good food, been some good entertainment. I believe we watched a magic show, Alex Ramon. Y'all should check him out if y'all live in the area. It's a good show, does a magic show. We figured one of them out, by the way, so one of the tricks.
We think, yeah.
Yeah, before we get started, guys, we just want to say, of course, thank the new subscribers out there, new followers on Instagram. And then, of course, we did an episode last week. We want y'all to make sure y'all go back and watch it if you haven't. It was on Cyber Monday versus financial freedom. Great episode. We're hitting on basically the reasons why you don't want to get too caught up on, the hype of getting involved with Cyber Monday, Black Friday, other holidays throughout the remainder of the year as well. That keeps you from achieving financial freedom, if that is your goal, which it should be, by the way.
Right.
Because, we get up and hustle for the dollar every day. So eventually we want that dollar to hustle for you. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So today we just wanted to, touch on the importance of why vacationing with your partner or spouse is something you should definitely implement in your relationship if you're not doing it. So like we just mentioned, we're out here in Lake Tahoe. This actually, I don't even know how many trips we've taken this year.
This is only our second winter trip that we've taken.
Yeah, we've done Breckenridge, Colorado once. That was real nice. It was a lot of snow out there. We got to do more snow activities. But it's just important, guys, to, have leisure, right? Any type of leisure. Like, of course, this is our leisure pertaining to traveling, vacationing. It's something that I feel like, we're going to get into it, but, it does strengthen the bond. It gives you something new to experience with your partner or your spouse. And then preferably like with us, we try to do things that we both haven't done so we can do them for the first time together.
Right.
So it's a new experience, not just for me, but for her as well. Right.
Building those memories that we can always take with us, talk about, ponder on. We normally don't go to a destination more than once. Even if we go to a place more than once, we don't stay at the same resort. So we're always trying to get a new experience each time. Yeah,
exactly. Right. So again, like I mentioned earlier, it's just, it's a great way to strengthen your bond, So even if your bond's already strong, it just makes it stronger, going somewhere new, seeing something different, from your normal, day-to-day, corners, cities.
Right.
That the same things you always see.
The responsibilities that you have each day, going to work, taking care of your family.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe not even getting to spend a lot of quality time with your spouse or even with your family if you decide to do a family vacation. It's a great thing to do while traveling.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. We touched on spending quality time together, obviously. That's something, it's a love language too, by the way. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. Quality time.
Right.
You can engage in open and honest conversations with each other, actively listening to each other, showing appreciation for each other. Things of that nature, guys. It's regularly nurturing your relationship through these efforts so you can help strengthen your bond over time. So also memories, like you touched on earlier. So this is something that we're doing that we're going to always remember between us, right? An experience that we have together.
Right.
And we have several already. Like, we sat here and reflected on, other things we've done in the past. And, just having that, same memory, like, it's just, again, that.
Something that we can share.
Yeah, something unique in your relationship, right? Trying new activities. So let's talk about that. So yesterday we did a paddle boat on the lake, right? which was actually pretty neat. I didn't realize how beautiful that site was going to be. You know, of course, you see it on social media. You know, you can look at the lake on YouTube or whatever. You know, but being here and experiencing this, of course, is a completely different experience versus just watching it virtually. Being actually at the place, and it just, you know, it's almost like the pictures and the videos don't do justice, right? You know, it's one of them things that you have to actually physically be at
to fully appreciate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of one other place we went to, I can tell you, St. Lucia. We stayed at the spot, Jade Mountain. Those sites it's almost like a painting.
Yeah.
You know, man, like, I mean, it's one of them things you can't really appreciate, like she said, until at least until you're there. You know, that's just another example, guys, you know, of actually, you know, capturing these moments in real time while you're there.
Right.
You know,
and then trying new things. I mean, be adventurous. These are things that maybe you have fears of doing. Some of the excursions that we do. Some things I've been scared to do, but
we both skydived.
yeah,
How many of y'all down for that?
Jumped out of a perfectly fine plane.
Right.
But that's something that we'll never forget. We did it together.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
something to always take with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, so that's one thing to consider when you're traveling with your significant other or spouse. Give me one second. Basically, just being fully present and engaged during these shared experiences obviously can make more memorable and meaningful. So, you know, you want to consider discussing and planning activities before y'all get to a trip versus, you know, getting to the trip and then making a decision on what it is exactly y'all may want to do. But then again, you know, sometimes getting there, you can be spontaneous. You know, like we more of a planner. We more like to plan activities prior to getting to a destination. Even like for this one, right? We're in Lake Tahoe. We thought it was going to be snowing, but even though it wasn't, now we have to be spontaneous and figure something out.
And I think the main reason why we like to plan ahead, even if we don't book ahead of going, we still plan ahead. So what we mean by planning is figure out what that budget is going to look like.
There you go.
Because we always have to stay on top of our finances.
Right.
So we take care of what we need to take care of first, and then the fun leisure stuff that can come as well. But we make sure to set enough aside for the activities that we want to get into, and then even a little bit extra in case we do want to do something spontaneous while we're at a destination.
Exactly. So what we got for y'all guys real quick, we're just going to run down nine quick tips of, you know, how you can make the most out of your vacation with your partner. So just consider these 9 tips. So the first one, of course, we just touched on, is plan together, right? You know, involve your partner in the planning process to ensure both of your interests and preferences are considered. Right. So let's say if we wanted to come down here and I wanted to ski, but she didn't want to ski. Okay, well, let's compromise. Maybe we can do snowmobiling. That's something that, you know, doesn't necessarily require us to physically have to, you know, like, you know, with the skis, having
We're still in the machine.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's a little bit more controlled way of doing the same thing somewhat, right? Just basically compromising with your partner, you know. Or again, if she doesn't want to ski, but she doesn't mind me still wanting to ski, there you go, you know, so you can compromise. Number 2, communication, right? So, of course, you know, discuss expectations, preferences, and goals for the trip. Be open and compromise and flexible with plans. Literally what we just touched on.
Right.
Yeah. So being, you know, have to communicate to compromise. What's number 3?
Another thing with communication, though, before we move on, is, like we said, we're learning new things. So whenever you get outside of your element, outside of that day-to-day life that you have back at home, you're learning things that you like and that you don't like. Same thing with your partner. You're learning what your partner likes and dislikes. So everything down to food, activities, preferences on your lodging, like where you stay or how you travel. If you plan on traveling with people, you're just learning constantly about yourself and your spouse.
Yeah. So number 3, balance. Find balance between relaxing and exploration. Mix activities that both of you enjoy, allowing for downtime as well.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Like for this trip, honestly, this is more of a relaxing vibe for us simply because, again, you know, some of the activities we did want to do aren't available at the moment. However, you know, there's still other things we can do that pertain to just giving us that wind down, you know.
From work. I mean, this is,
Like
anytime we
yesterday, I
can
would
get
say
away
it's
from
more of a
home.
relaxing type of excursion that we did. It was very
Yeah.
peaceful, it was quiet. The water was calm, the food, the drinks were, there, and music. Just and it wasn't a lot of folks too, which
Right.
also made it pretty, more intimate, right?
And
Yeah,
today we slept in a little bit more.
that's
So
another thing.
it's again that balance of activities and
And
relaxation.
relaxation. Yeah. Try new things. Number 4, try new things. Venture in activities or experiences that are new to both of you. This can create shared excitement and lasting memories. We touched on that earlier, right? So try new things. And again, just it's whatever you into. If you're someone who's very, active, make sure your spouse knows that. We've done. I remember one activity we done that was pretty interesting. We did in St. Lucia, the bikes, mountain bikes. That was pretty cool. So I hadn't been on a bike in I don't know how long before then, but it was a good time, man. We both. It was like really like a workout when we were finished, man. We were both exhausted actually,
Right.
but it was still fun, and that's kind of things we're talking about. Just trying new things.
Did we learn anything from that bike?
Learn anything from the bike? What you mean?
I learned that I don't prefer to get on the
Well, yeah, we
bike.
probably wouldn't do it again. Yeah,
But it was an experience that we
right,
could
right.
share, and we made the most out of it while we were there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing that we try not to do on vacation, even if it's something that is unexpected or that we don't really care for, and we agree that we're not going to do it again. We still make the most out of it. We don't complain about it in the moment. We just take
Yeah.
it for what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which goes to the next tip: be present. 5, be present. Put away distractions and be fully present during your time together. Focus on enjoying each other's company and the moments you're sharing.
Right.
So probably not a good idea to maybe be on your phone as much. I mean, of course, you want to take videos, maybe some pictures, but that's probably not the time to get on your social media feed. It's probably not the time to check the emails. Be fully engaged, be present in the moment. Because again, when you vacate, that's another thing to consider is your time is finite. You're only going to have so much time there. So I try to have somewhat of an agenda still, even though, like I'm not like so much for this trip. We don't have an itinerary. So we're kind of freestyling this one, but, still don't want to sleep in all day.
Yeah.
We don't want to
Waste the vacation.
waste
away.
the day because, when you do that,
You might as well have been at home.
yeah. And then you also want to have a proper duration, guys. Like,
Right.
I don't really personally feel like you should vacate if you can only do maybe 2 nights. Make it at least a 5-day, 5-night type of deal, just so you can have a decent duration. And that's okay. Like I said, again, it's everybody. You have to know your lane, so stay in your own lane, of course. That's just what I personally recommend. If I can't go anywhere for at least 5 nights plus, probably won't go. It's just not time for me to go. How you feel about that?
I mean, I think it just depends on like work schedule. I prefer to do a 5 or more duration. But, cause I mean, if you're just staying somewhere for 2 nights, then
Yeah,
the first
think
day
about it,
after
your travel. Yeah, you're gonna be tired the next day, maybe
Right.
even jet lag.
Right.
Depending on which part of the, especially if you leave out of the country, right? Depending
If
on
it's
where
a
you
longer
at.
flight, you're gonna want to rest a little
Yeah,
bit.
sometimes you have connected flights as well. So there's layovers in between getting to your destination. By the time you get there, hopefully you get there at a decent hour where it's still,
Exactly.
daylight. There's at least some day left to it because some people get there in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And that day is just basically dedicated to travel and the same thing coming back.
Right.
So.
But as far as
Yeah.
being present, I will say I am a travel agent. So you guys follow me at 717 Travel on Instagram, Facebook, and book through me.
There you go.
But so while we're on these trips, I am trying to be on my phone getting videos and pictures taken so I can market that on my business sites.
Exactly.
But
Which brings
not
us
to
to
the
number
point.
6.
Yeah.
So number 6, capture moments. Take
Right.
photos, videos, and keep memories or mementos to cherish those memories you
Yeah.
create during your vacation. Obviously, it's common sense stuff. You're going to want to take photos, videos, etc. That way you can go back and reflect on your time that y'all spent together later. Y'all can, look at a video or a post or whatever and
reminisce.
just reminisce. That's important too, right? Number 7, respect each other's needs. Be mindful of each other's preferences and boundaries. Allow space for personal time if needed. So again, Understand what your spouse is into or not into. Don't pressure them into doing something that they really don't want to do. I mean, sometimes, I get it. You may want to just, like, you may say, okay, I'll do it because you really want to do it. But, if it's something you just, like, if you're afraid of heights, for instance, don't try to pressure them into doing something where it's going to involve heights, because that's something that they're fearful of. Going on a vacation is not trying to, whatever phobias they have, you're not trying to eliminate their phobias on the vacation.
Or heighten them.
Or heighten
and
them,
another
right?
thing, you never know what comes up. You could get sick on a trip. I've been sick on a cruise before, and that kind of put a damper in our
So that's where you got to allow space for that personal time.
Yeah, I went back to the cabin and took me a nap, and then joined the party later.
Yeah. Number 8, stay positive. Embrace unexpected moments or changes in plans with a positive attitude.
Right.
Sometimes the best memories come from unplanned adventures. So I can remember one time we went to Jamaica, something unexpected, and I stayed positive for the most part. When we got there, we had Club Mo Bay on departure or arrival and departure, which is basically Club Mo Bay is like a lounge. When you arrive, you get somewhere, you get to go. You don't even supposed to get your bags, from my understanding. That's what I was told. However, we had to get our bags. Upon our arrival, we didn't get the Club Mo Bay experience. And I stayed positive even though we didn't get it. But it just started the trip off kind of in a negative, manner, not getting what you paid for. And sometimes that happens, guys. You may have something you pay for. When you get there, it's not what you expected, or it's not in the package anymore, whatever the reason may be.
Right.
You just got to try to stay positive and, just put it to the wayside and keep you, just stay, optimistic about the rest of the trip.
Right.
So because sometimes that can't happen. It's happened to us. So again, it could happen,
Yeah.
But yeah. And then the last but not least, number 9, celebrate each other. So celebrate your relationship during the trip. It's an opportunity to deepen your bond and appreciate each other. So sometimes you could even, like, let's say y'all go out to eat on the trip. Just be spontaneous, make up stuff sometimes. Like, you could say, hey, it's our anniversary, even though it's not. It just kind of livens up the, restaurant vibe that much more. They'll probably come and give y'all a cake and happy anniversary and sing for you. Who knows? I mean, it's just, even though, it's just, I'm just, saying that's something you can do just for kicks and giggles. That's one little thing, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, just celebrating each other during the trip. This literally the perfect opportunity to do it on a vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Or celebrate things back home. Like, if you met one of your goals, then the vacation could be the celebratory moment.
Exactly.
We do that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I know we actually have one more trip before this year closes out. I just thought about it. We're going to Atlanta. Going to be hanging out with Sonny's.
The Marriage Club on Facebook.
Yeah, by the way, guys, if y'all are interested, man, they got a Christmas party coming up December 16th in Atlanta. Check out.
They do it annually.
Yeah, I think the link is on their Facebook. Go to the Marriage Club website, or not website, Marriage Club Facebook. If y'all are interested, they still have some tickets, I believe. So we're going to be there. But closing the year out on that note, as far as this, trip or travel goes, that's also, we've already done this, honestly, like plan for the following year, the next year, but also reflect on what we've accomplished during this year. So that's just something else we like to we do that's pretty unique, I think. So remember, the most important aspect is enjoying each other's company and create a positive experience together. That's the main thing, guys. And of course, we got some homework, right? So what ways do you plan on making the most out of your vacation with your partner or spouse? So think about all those things, all those tips we just touched on. Ask yourself, how can y'all benefit each other's company? And then again, guys, it's important. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be traveling. That's just what we do for leisure.
Right.
Even if it's like a game night at home, just something where there's some type of leisure. But again, I highly recommend y'all vacay because it's important. If y'all go back and watch our very first video, we were actually on a vacation on that one.
Right.
Welcome to our channel video. We were in Dominican Republic at the time. So it's just those new experiences, guys. It's important, And then again, we live on a planet where there's, it's so much you're not going to be able to see it all.
Yeah.
So man, I feel like I'm already behind the curve. I feel like I just want to explore and see more, in person, not so much virtually, not on the phone. I don't want to live vicariously through someone else. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. I get it, you know. It's just something that we think y'all should try, work towards, and see how it goes for y'all, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, you have anything else? Any other comments?
Don't forget your homework that we just talked about, and also follow 717 Travel.
Yeah.
Book your vacations if you are into vacationing. I mean, everybody's doing it. So,
well, yeah. I mean,
might as well
yeah.
book through a travel agent and support a small business.
And just to clear that up, guys, there's no other. It's not extra. You're literally going to be paying if you book your own trips. It's literally the same.
Yeah,
it's the same. So it's just a way to support, her, but also just a way to support.
Right.
Anyone that if you're going to book for travel, might as well go through someone if it's not going to be a price difference. I think there's some people think that they have to pay more if they go through an agent. That's not the case. Just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? So,
any type of travel too, because I mean, I book domestic, international, cruises, rental cars, concerts, everything, anything travel.
Exactly. All right, guys. So we're gonna get back to doing these things. We still got quite a few more days left out here. We just wanted to take some time out of our vacation to share a video with y'all where we were, what we're doing, and then of course give y'all some great tips for your partnership, your marriage. Y'all work on that, and then of course we'll see y'all next week. Until then, y'all take care. Y'all have a good week.
Peace.